Hello, my name is Ricardo, and I'm going to be telling you what I did on Friday, the 2nd of June. Yeah, so let's get started. So, first things first, we did a little physical warm up. So, we were in a circle, we just did some, we basically did a circuit warm up. So, everyone did their own sort of like movement. Then, afterwards, we did a stretches. One of my movements was I stood up and I had my hands around my lower end, and the aim was to kick, well, basically jump up and basically kick here. Oh, almost fell. Basically kick here. You can't really see, but that's what I really had to do. But other than that, that's really yeah, that's what I had to do. That's what I told everyone else to do, and they all followed me. And yeah, afterwards we did stretches. So the stretches we did were pretty simple. We mainly just did one of these. We did some neck rotations. We did some lunges, all those sort of stuff. We just did that, just as usual. And yeah, afterwards we did a vocal warm up. So this is the first, not really the first time, but we were all in a circle. We did a five 5 minutes of vocal warm up. It's 5 minutes. So the first one we had to hum. We had to go like we did that for quite a while. The aim of this, and I didn't know about this until my friend told me, but my friend said to me that if you smile, it helps a lot. If I understand what she meant, like if you smile, it kind of helps you, because if you're just trying like, hear me now when I smile. And another thing which I found out, well, I kind of knew, but if you're like this or hands in pocket or just moving around, you're not relaxed. You gotta be relaxed when you do this. So, because you just gotta release all tension from your body. Luckily, that's why we did our physical and stretch warm up first before we did the focus on the vocals, because then our body's nice and relaxed. They're tired, like you can just relax. If you're all tensed up, it will have an effect on your vocals. So it's important that you do your stretches and your warm up before you do your vocal warm ups. All right. So that's what I found out. Another thing which I found out, well, not found out. Well, we did this. We did the, and then afterwards we did one where we like, what was it again? It was mama. It was like mama, 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 mama. Mama, 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 mama. We just did that over and over again. Of course, I maintained a smiley face as usual. And then we did another one where I was like, something, it's called Lide the Pro. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it goes like, it's like, now this one was a tricky one. I can do it, but there are times where I'm a bit off key. So I was also taught to just have my nose like squeeze it like that and then go. Another thing to do when doing this exercise is to imagine you're on a roller coaster and you see the roller coaster go like that. That's what I'm doing right. That's what I'm thinking right now in my head without using my fingers. So if I use my finger and then I'll stop using it, this I'll show you. It helps so much better, trust me. So, and then the final one, which I didn't remember doing, is where you go like. Didn't know about that one, but that was fairly simple. So we did that for 5 minutes, and then we were sort of ready. We had two more things to do before we got straight into it. Another one, we did some tongue rotations, basically some tongue twister exercises, because we focused on the vocals. Now it's the tongue we got to do, because the tongue is very important. So we did up, down, that side, rotation in your mouth 15 times clockwise, and then you go anti-clockwise. If your tongue's tied at the end, then it's working. So we did that, and then afterwards we did a tongue twist exercise. We did I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. Where she sits, she shines, and where she shines, she sits. First try. I think it's right. I think that's right. Yeah, I think, wait. Yeah, I think it's right. But yeah, I remember when I first did this, I struggled so much because I really struggled to actually let out the words. But I was taught so much to, like, if you're relaxed, if your mouth is very wide, if you open your mouth wide, like stretch it out, and do all these techniques to like warm up your tongue, then you're fine. I think before I didn't really warm up my vocals properly, hence why I struggled. But all these techniques and exercises helped me to actually, like, deliver the words clearly so everyone can hear it properly. But yeah, so we did that. Then afterwards we had our tongue out and we had to say the same line again. I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. Where she sits, she shines, and where she shines, she sits. Then we had to find a line in our play DNA. I did one of my lines. It was I can't remember which one it was again. Oh, that was it. It was, I think it was that one. What one was it? It was basically one of my lines from DNA. I said it with my tongue out, and then we all go in a straight line, and we were in the center of the stage, and we had to say the same line out loud so the director way at the back can hear us, because if we're saying our lines in the performance day, we want to make sure it fills the room so grandma can hear us back there. So that's more or less what we did for like 20 minutes. I believe it was like 20 minutes. Can't probably, who knows. Anyway, after that, we just rehearsed the whole play. So we start off with Act 1, Scene 1 with Jan and Marcy. Then there's Act 1, Scene 2, where it's Phil and Liam. And then afterwards, it was my scene, Act 1, Scene 3, where it's me, Danny, and Lou. We just did that over and over again. It's pretty simple, really. Whilst we were doing it, people, basically the set designers, they were basically just doing the set behind us. So they had trees, we had a tire swing, benches. It's starting to look real good. I feel like the reason why some people were struggling with like to make their performance look more realistic is because they were just on the stage. They didn't have all this set behind them. I feel like that's what kind of caught them off guard, which is understandable, but in a way that's when the imagination comes to clutch. Like, you gotta imagine you're in the woods. I was able to like imagine that I was in a woods just near my house, because there is a woods near my house, and I just imagine that we were all there. We're in autumn time, so there's crispy leaves, there's a bench, there's just litter everywhere, trees, just that's what I imagined in my head. But the set that we have right now, it's kind of sort of similar to what I pictured in my head, but it still kind of works in a way, because I still know what I'm thinking of, and I see the set's right there, so it helps me a lot. But yeah, imagination's key. And after that lesson, because it was just like a little run through, next part of the lesson we just focused on our costumes. So some people were just working out, like in the first scene everyone's wearing their school uniform because we just finished school, and then afterwards everyone's wearing their own sort of clothes. And remember, this is set in the 2000s, so it can't be like clothes which are now. It's got to be back then. And yeah, even the football I own is not now, it's back then. And the shoes, I'd be very careful with like the shoes as well, because again, I don't want to have like, I don't know, like I'll probably say like, I keep saying like, I'll probably say Gucci shoes or something like that. I'm not trying to wear stuff like that, no. But yeah, we just did costumes for a bit. props as well. I got new matches, which is great because the ones which I have are running out and they're very difficult to do because they're so tiny. But I got long ones now, which is I haven't tested them out yet, but hopefully they should be very easier than the tiny ones which I have. But yeah, afterwards we had break, then we did a full run through of the play. Yes, we did do that. Actually, no, did we? No, we didn't actually. No, we did scenes first. Well, we were gonna do it. We got through like Acts 2. No, we got to the Adam scene, and then we focused on like scenes where some people are struggling. So, but one thing I want to say when we run through that, I was so in character when I was doing one of my scenes that one of the paragraphs I have, it completely went blank. Like I was just saying it, and then all of a sudden my brain just said, "You don't know that paragraph." I was like, so I tried my best to remain in character, but in a way it sort of caught me off guard. But I was like, "What was that line?" And even when I was offset, I said to myself, "Why is it now that I know the line, but when I was on stage, my mind just went blank?" It happened. I was so into character, it just said, "No, you don't know it." But luckily, I was able to like remain in character and like not be thrown off guard. I was able to like sort of twist it away. So like, for example, when I forgot it, I looked at Danny and I was like, "What are you looking at? Can you see a man? Can you not see a man thinking here?" Just I improvise in a way which kind of makes sense, which is I feel like everyone should do if they forget their lines. For example, I know someone said that if you forget a line, just say "sharp Kathy," because everyone doesn't hate Kathy, but she's just tend to shut up more or less. So yeah, it was good. It was a good save, and I feel like everyone should use it. And yeah, other than that, what I've learned today is probably what have I learned today? Okay, well, I'll tell you what I did well, then I get back to that. So what I did well is understand, well, get the right costumes, because some people brought in the wrong costumes, and what's it called? Doing the tongue twister exercises really well, because especially how I used to struggle on that in the past, I'm now really good at that. So it is a big achievement for me. What I need to not really work on. Actually, no, I do need to work on something. Probably just work on like with the matches, because sometimes when I'm actually trying to do it, it doesn't come. So probably during the weekend, I'm gonna learn how to fully do the matches properly, because I am going like that, and sometimes it's not working. And on stage, it's like I'm panicking. I'm like, damn it. So maybe try and learn to do it first try, or at least second, third try, at least. Not go like. So I'll learn to that. I'll ask my parents or go on YouTube, see how to fully do it properly. Or just ask someone, anyone. Yeah, so that's what I need to work on. What I've learned today is when you're saying your lines, this doesn't go up to me, but when saying your lines, there's a beat, so it's gonna go like dun 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 dun. It can't be like someone says a line and then there's a pause, and then someone says a line and then there's a pause. That's basically based on you just gotta learn your lines again. So as I said before, there's lots of line techniques. It's just like a beat. It's gonna go like bum 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 bum. There's got to be a rhythm to it when people are saying their lines. They're not just saying, you're not just reading words from a paper. You're actually saying the lines, and no, you're not saying the lines yet. There's actually a beat. There's a beat with the lines plus reaction. Reaction is a good thing. You can't be just waiting for your cues. Be like, okay, now it's my line. Now I can say my line with facial expressions and blah blah blah. You gotta react to what they're saying, because if it's crazy, you can't be like, what on earth are you talking about? You're gonna be like, what on earth? Like, there's a difference. So yeah, just work on that, and then we should be good. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys later.